Of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Here's Stephen Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
On first down, it's Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now a give right side. Gibson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 51 yards.
And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7, Titans nothing. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
21. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown.
Tannehill's pass.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Smith slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
The 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Smith throwing again. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. These two teams all tied after 1. Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Rashaan Evans.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
This will make it into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
To Jonnu Smith.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Tannehill throwing complete to Davis. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
6 yards.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
The 31-yard
to the air again, Smith. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
55, my guy, 55. I'm coming.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith, and that is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and short.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
They have enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
1st down.
As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st down, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Second and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Again, Tannehill. That is caught at the 7.
And the Titans are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Now a timeout.
First and goal at the
7 seconds left in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. To the air again, Tannehill. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
To put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And this one is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Tannehill, and that is incomplete here.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Tannehill now to throw, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Smith. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
4th down and 1.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down.
Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And as a result, it'll be Titan football on a turnover on downs. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
He'll throw from the gun.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
7 yards, the pick up there.
Complete to A.J. Brown. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Execute. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown.
Oh, this is blocked. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
4-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will make it into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Today's finals, Washington.